Happy Monday, everybody. It's me, Maris, and I'm so happy to see everybody. It has been I want to say 2 weeks since I've done a reading. And you know, it's like the summer's going by way too fast. But just been kind of busy, and it was, I would ask, is today a good day to do a reading? And it would be like, no. As a generalized reading. So, but today I'm using a new deck of cards called Cosmic Energy, and I'll have it over here, back behind there. And I'm using this new deck. They're really, ooh, okay. They're really pretty cool. And let's see if we've got anything else left to say. And actually, they're pretty talkative right now. We've got a good stack of cards already. And any final last words? Yes. Okay, so I had a ton of cards come flying out, and we're going to go with that ton of cards that came flying out. We're going to do... Okay, so I'm just going to say so far so good. Just giving a little sneak preview here. And let's just take it like that. So our first card is Hope. But what I'm really kind of focusing on is that center part where it looks like the light at the end of the tunnel. So I guess I would give that hope right there. And I'm seeing that when I'm looking at this card, and I'm feeling like it's the light at the end of the tunnel, things coming together in a good way. And then we have the connection card, and it is in the obstacle. And this is, when I'm looking at this, is you're gonna laugh, but it's like when you meet somebody when you were young and single, and you thought that they were you just click, and sometimes you're just so into that click and that feeling that you don't recognize some of those red flags. And that's the feeling that I get when I look at this particular card being in the obstacle position. However, our health is the happiness card. So when I'm looking at that, I feel like that is a good energy. And that I'm going to say it's almost what I would call a no harm, no foul kind of situation. So it's like, even though you're kind of distracted by this giddy feeling, it's really not going to hurt you. It's just a distraction. And distractions are going to be part of the game on this one, looking at my second line. And I had to really start laughing when I have the middle card. So this is a week of inspiration, great ideas, the wheels churning in your head, getting ideas is what I'm, it's just like being filled with a lot of creativity and a lot of ideas. Now, the obstacle card is adventure, and this is where I'm laughing because it's, we're going to call it an adventure, but it's actually a diversion. Being taken off your focus, being taken off track, being taken on the, what is it called? The off-beaten path, okay? But the help card is awakening. And I'm going to say, even though the original intention here was that you were going to be diverted, taken, kind of like remove your focus, you actually learn and gain quite a bit from this transaction or this action that this person or people life is throwing in your way. So they're thinking that they're going to put you off into, well, here, divert them over here. But what's really happening is that it opens up a door opens up a reality there that you're seeing what really is going on or what really is happening in that. So I like that energy, even though it might sound a little bit nefarious, going, oh, they want to like distract me. And it's like, it's okay to be distracted a little bit when it's fun, and it's just meant to kind of put us into a new place of relaxation or focus. But when it's a distraction that's kind of with malintent, we're going to be okay. Even though we're going to have a little fun with it, we're going to be okay. So where does this go to? It goes to some self-love. As remember, we had awakening ending out that other line. So it's starting to realize some stuff. And then I'm going to say, instead of self-love, I'm going to give the word, I'm getting self-appreciation, self-recognition. Whoa, I weathered a potentially horrible storm and I like landed like a cat on my feet, man. How cool that energy is. Now, when I'm looking at this card, and it's the abundance card, and it's in the ding dang obstacle position, I'm going to tell you this is about taking a risk. And potentially it could be a negative risk, but the outcome is a little bit more secured than if you were like went to the casino and gambled. So this is not about money. This is about getting things in return. And when I'm looking at this card, even though it says abundance, I'm talking about harvest, getting things in return. Sometimes you need to take a risk in order to have that gain. And even though the risk has a high potential of either way, it comes out in your favor. And that's what I'm seeing on that. Now, this last card in the line is the help, and it's the release card, but it's upside down. And what I'm getting on this when I'm looking at it, it has to do with how and what you say. Some things are better left unsaid and kept to yourself than shared or given to others. Okay, so we're talking about information, and it says, again, let me reiterate, some things are better left unsaid, not shared, in order for that fruition to occur. Okay, so some things are better left unsaid. All right. Now, this, it's almost the end of the reading. We got 4 cards left, so I've got 3 that we're going to look at on this. I'm going to say the last full line, but so don't go away yet. And we've got communication. We've got cleansing. And then we have bravery. Okay, and remember, cleansing is the obstacle. So when I'm looking at all 3 of these cards together, the message that I get for you in this energy is that difficult conversations will come through and will actually lead to a resolution and a clearing of differences. And when I'm looking over here at the bravery, I'm going to say the message I get through there is it is going to feel like one of the most difficult things that you've ever had to do, or conversations that you've ever had to have with somebody. It feels super, 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 super difficult, but you manage to muster up that courage and have that conversation, and it ends up being, and here's that last card. Hold on, babies. It ends up being peace, resolution, things work out in the most amazing way. And I'm getting this like laughter in the back of, behind me, and it's like the laughter is about you didn't realize how easy it was when you've been anticipating how difficult it would be. And once it's all over and done, you're like, damn, I should have done that earlier. So sometimes I guess it's important to have those conversations that you haven't been wanting to have, but you really need to have, so you can resolve it. So peace, love, and harmony. I hope to see you very, very soon.